If everything stopped tomorrow, no trash pickup, no city services, no take it to the curb and forget about it, what would you do with your trash?
The storm is here. It's time to prepare. Prepare. Prevail.
Most people never think about it, but trash becomes a problem fast, not a small inconvenience, a real dangerous problem. Because trash isn't just stuff you don't want. It becomes smell, bacteria, insects, rodents, and eventually disease. So let's walk through this. Let's say the grid is down. Supply chains are disrupted. Sanitation services are gone indefinitely. Your first instinct is probably to keep doing what you've always done. Back it up, set it aside. That works for maybe a few days. Then the smell starts. Then flies show up. Then maggots. Then animals. Now your trash isn't just ugly. It's attracting attention and creating a health risk right outside your home. So the first shift you need to make is mental. In a situation like this, trash is no longer something you throw away. It's something you manage. You need a system. So step one is separation, because not all trash is equal. You've got organic waste, which is food scraps, anything that used to be alive. You've got burnable materials, paper, cardboard, some fabrics. You've got non-burnable materials, metals, glass, certain plastics. And then you've got hazardous waste, things like chemicals, batteries, anything that could contaminate your space. If you throw all of that into one bag, you've created a problem you can't control. But if you separate it, now you have options. So let's start with organic waste. This is your biggest and most urgent issue. Food waste rots fast. It smells. It attracts insects and animals. In a long-term situation, burying becomes one of the best options. You don't need anything fancy, but you do need to do it right. You want to dig a hole at least a couple of feet, far enough away from your living area and definitely away from any water source. You don't want contamination. You place the waste in, cover it with dirt, and ideally rotate locations so you're not building up a concentrated problem. If you're in a fixed location long enough, this can turn into a basic composting system. But even if you're not thinking that far ahead, burial buys you time, reduces smell, and keep pests away. Now, what about burnable waste? This is where a lot of people make mistakes. Burning trash sounds simple. Just light it and it's gone. But it's not. Clean burning produces smoke, smell, and visibility. In a normal situation, that's just annoying. In a crisis, that smoke can give away your location. So you have to think strategically. If you're going to burn, do it in controlled amounts. Use a barrel or a contained fire pit. Avoid plastics when possible. They release toxic fumes. Stick to paper, cardboard, and natural materials. And most importantly, consider timing. Burn during times when smoke is less visible, early in the morning, late evening, or when the environmental factors help conceal it. You're not just managing waste, you're managing your footprint. Now let's talk about the non-burnable materials. Glass, metal, certain plastics. These don't go away easily. In a short-term situation, you can store them, but storage needs to be intentional. You don't want piles of trash building up around your home, so designate a specific area, contained, organized, and away from your main living space. Think of it like a mini dump site that you control. And if the situation goes long term, some of these materials can actually become resources. Glass containers can be reused. Metal can be repurposed. Even certain plastics can have secondary uses. The mindset shift here is important. What used to be trash might now be inventory. And then finally, hazardous waste. This is the stuff you do not want to ignore. Chemicals, batteries, anything that leaks or corrodes. In a normal world, there are systems to handle this. In a collapse scenario, it's on you. The key here is containment, seal it, isolate it, Keep it away from soil and water. If you can, store it in its original containers, clearly separated from everything else. This isn't something you bury casually or burn blindly. Mishandling hazardous waste can create bigger problems than the trash itself. Now, beyond the physical side of this, there's a bigger idea. Waste management becomes a part of your daily routine. It's no longer a once-a-week task. It's something you monitor constantly. You're paying attention to smell, insect activity, animal patterns. If you see an increase in flies, that's a signal. If animals are getting closer, that's a warning. Your trash system needs adjusting. And here's something else people don't think about. Other people. If things are bad enough, unmanaged trash doesn't just attract animals, it attracts attention. People notice patterns, smoke, smell, movement, so your waste habits become part of your overall security. Quiet, controlled, predictable. You're not just surviving, you're staying unnoticed. So what's the takeaway? In a situation where everything breaks down, trash becomes one of those everyday problems that can spiral if you ignore it. But if you think about it, if you have even a basic plan, separate, bury, burn carefully, store, intentionally contain hazards, you turn something chaotic into something manageable. And that's really the theme of all of this. You don't need perfection, you need awareness, because the difference between a small problem and a serious one is how early you start paying attention. So don't wait until the smell hits you. Don't wait until animals show up. Think about it now, because when everything else stops, your trash doesn't. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This your boy.
The storm is here. It's time to prepare. Prepare.